Hey everyone, I'm going to start this episode a little different, so please just bear with me for a moment. A while before, you may recall, some footage had got corrupted in a previous episode, and by footage, I mostly mean the audio. So thankfully I was able to show what had occurred and just kind of compiled it in the best way that I could. It was unfortunate, but it happens sometimes. Well, as you can probably guess from me talking about it and having this weird opening, something similar has occurred yet again. Though, this time there is a big difference. Not only was the audio missing, so is the footage entirely. Not corrupted, not deleted, just missing. Tried checking recycle bin, going to file history, OneDrive, all these different things, and for some reason the footage and audio just isn't there. I cannot claim to know what happened, nor do I really feel like speculating, because all I know is I am very annoyed with this. As you can imagine, having any footage and stuff like this go missing when it's hours of work is not very fun, but what's even worse is when it comes to something like this, where I try to do something episodic and so much happened in one episode. For example, I had finally completed the community center. We got to meet a new neighbor, and we got to see a few more cutscenes. Now, thankfully, there are other places on the internet where I was able to find footage of these things, and I'm going to be sharing that now. All of the channels of which I take this footage from will be in the description below, so please check that out if you want to see where this footage originated from. All these people are great people and have other things you can watch as well. That being said, these three cutscenes aren't the only things that happened, but I find to be the most important of the things that occurred. Again, it's really unfortunate that any footage or any work has to be lost, but it's how it goes. This episode, this will be the last you'll hear me talking about the lost footage, but by next episode, I'll start trying to point out different things that I know happened before that you may not have seen, just to ensure we're on the same level. I'm sorry to take up your time, and again, it's really disheartening to have such key moments of the playthrough be just lost. But we'll recover, and now at least I've learned something new about how I can go about ensuring hopefully this never happens again. So hopefully this should be the last time throughout the entire playthrough where something like this happens. That being said, thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this and hear me ramble. If you want, skip to this time code if you want to skip past these cutscenes, you've already seen them, and you don't really need to worry about that stuff. Otherwise, thanks for listening, and let's enjoy the episode. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to more Stardew Valley. Previously, we turned over to year 2 and experienced the first start of our, well, I guess year 2, second year here in Stardew Valley. We also got to be introduced to Kent, a new villager. Ooh, that's nice. And, well, some other exciting things happened. This time, living off the land, fish focus, eels used to be caught from the ocean in spring and fall during radiant evenings. Again, at this point, the tips from living off the land are becoming less and less useful. But you know what? Never know. Maybe one of these days... Wait, what? Ryan, we're gonna have a baby soon? Well, oh yeah, I forgot about that. All of a sudden, we're like, yeah, we're gonna have a baby soon. I skipped over it, and all of a sudden my brain registered what she said. Oh boy. But yeah, today is going to be a very interesting one. Now, having great luck and stuff, of course, it'd be like, oh, this would be a great day to go into the Skull Cavern again. But today in particular, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Now, the reason my inventory is so full is because we did the Skull Cavern last time, if you remember. Oh, sorry about that. I had to sneeze, and I don't think you guys wanted to hear that. Okay. Sorry, allergies are starting to kick back in. Okay, so now that we've done that, yeah, what was I saying? We are going to be, of course, celebrating Kent's birthday today, which means we're going to give him a gift. Oh, Clint, thank you for the copper bar. It's nice of you. We also want to prepare some other stuff as well, as you're going to see. Specifically, there's one thing in particular I want to get done today that we could have theoretically gotten done last year, spring, but with my skill level, I never go for it, just because I know I'm not that great at this. But I'll just say this right now, it's going to involve fishing. I know how a lot of you feel about fishing, including myself, sometimes. Again, I overall enjoy it. Also, get that checked in here, because I forgot I put my Iridium Axe in there. But yes, so the plan is we're going to need to do something that's fishing-orientated today. Oh, wait, where did I put my tools? It's got to be in the pink chest, right? It's usually where I put... Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be orientated around the, fishing. I don't know why, for some reason, I struggled to, think what it was for a second. But yeah, we're going to prepare, and the fish we are going to be getting today is one that many consider to be the hardest fish, if not, like, one of the hardest than the hardest fish. Now, that's definitely subjective, as I think there are other fish that are probably a little bit harder, or if not, they're on, like, the same caliber-ish. But that isn't to say that this is, like, a easy fish. This is a genuinely difficult fish, so of course, we're going to want to prepare. Taking deluxe bait is always going to be a good thing. As I said, that increases our bar size, so that means it'll be hopefully a little bit easier to catch. We are going to grab our trap bobber, because, again, those makes catching certain fish way easier. I don't know why I was struggling to friggin' put that sentence together. And lastly, we're going to try to come in here and grab a meal or something that increases our fishing level. I could use the seafoam pudding, but that's kind of overkill. So I'm thinking, well, not overkill, but like I think I should be able to do it with just like a dish of the sea or something, because that's +3 fishing. We'll grab all of them just in case. I also brought the fried calamari to give to Pierre, because I want to be befriending him, of course. And I want to grab, yeah, this stuff. Yeah, that's right. Okay, because I want to grab one iridium bar to sell for money, and then I want to smelt the rest since we've been doing that. Now, I'm actually going to hold off doing any of the chores when it comes to the animals. Specifically because this fish is one that, I already kind of mentioned that it's a pretty difficult one to catch. But even beyond that, oh, do I have any more crimson fish? Oh, I do, okay, good. But even beyond that, it's one that is, it's more than possible that I just get unlucky and don't catch it, because I believe it's a fish that is limited time in terms of, like, the time of the day it comes out, and some other small stuff as well. So it's one where I'm potentially going to have to, like, reset the day, which is something I don't really want to do too often for the sake of the series and, you know, whatnot, but in this case, like, I'll make an exception if I absolutely have to. That being said, where do you need to go to get this fish? If you couldn't gather from me talking about how difficult it is and the fact that it was the only season we didn't catch it, we are going to be catching the legendary fish for spring, which is the last legendary fish in the game. Spoiler, I guess. Because if you know, we got the crimson fish from summer, the angler from fall, we got the Newton carp from the sewer, the only one that's not tied to a season, and we got the glacier fish, fish from the winter seasons. That just leaves us with our spring one. So, to get the legendary fish, you have to come up here towards the lake next to Robbins and next to the mine, in case you're curious. This is a very unique fish, because like all the other ones, it's just based on season and like pretty much very little else. However, here it's a little bit different. It has to be raining. That's the big thing. Is because in spring, I've gone through springs where it's only rained once the first year. So it's more than possible you get really unlucky with this, though you could use something like a rain totem, but granted, those are pretty hard to get. Now, I don't think this one is tied to any time in-game, so long as it is raining and it's spring. You should be able to catch this. You have to go down to this very corner, like this one you see me at, and you have to cast out towards where that log is in the water. You can kind of see there. Then you'll have a chance of encountering the fish. This is definitely not the fish we are looking for, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to catch it and get some treasure if I can. Maybe be able to get some loot, and if nothing else, get this EXP for mastery. Again, this is a fish that you... I'm talking about even just the minigaming past that. Even just trying to get it on the hook can be kind of annoying because I feel like it has a pretty low chance. I think this is the only spot. I think it's pretty specific. So you definitely have to be careful. Again, trying to stay like prepared with the right bobbers, the right bait, getting coarse foods that increase your fishing level. All that will add up and make this a little, just a little bit more bearable. Like you can see how decently, like our green bar right now is decently sized. Thanks to the buff of our, what's it called? Our bait and our food item. So we have a decently sized bar in order to actually try to catch this thing. Now, as you can see, we're getting pretty unlucky so far. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut to when I get it, including if I have to reset the day. I'll only reset the day if we go to like 12 and we haven't like caught it or tried to catch it yet, because that'd be a lot of time wasted. Either way, oh, never mind. Of course, it seems perfectly timed. So here we have the legendary fish of spring, and as you can already tell by how it's moving, yes, this is a difficult fish. I'm not underselling that, and I'm not going to pretend like it isn't a hard fish. However, it being the hardest one in-game, that's more debatable. I think it is one of the hardest, but if you come prepared for almost any fish in the game and you kind of know what you're doing, none of them are that hard. Exhibit A. You caught one of the legendary fish, aptly named the Legend. It's not even just the Legend, it's just Legend. The king of all fish, they said he'd never be caught. 900 energy and 405 health. And you can see it sells for a staggering 11,000 gold. That is the single most valuable item we have encountered up to this point. Granted, it's in gold quality, so that helps too. So there we have the last legendary fish right there of the entire game that's tied to a season. Oh, look at him. He's majestic. But that is super exciting to have. And again, that was one of the reasons... I'm glad I didn't have to cut, actually. It's kind of funny. But that is something I'm very happy to have done and dusted with. That is one that, again, you can catch in year one if you are genuinely skilled enough, because technically the only thing holding you back from catching it is, I think, how far you can cast your line if it rains, and your skill level. I mean, granted, most people are probably not... Oh, I need to give him a gift. That's right, Clint. But, yeah. So for the most part, it's possible to actually do really good and get that in the first year, and multiple people have, but that's considered to be... Wait. Oh, okay. He's just talking about how he ran Joe Jamart out of town, and now he gets way more money. Yeah, the rich get richer. It's fine. But yeah. We want to make sure we give our boy Kent a gift. I don't know if I actually have anything he loves. I thought for some reason he loves starfruit, but I don't know if I want to give him my one starfruit. Just because that's kind of valuable. Not to be, like, mean to Kent. It's just, like, it's... I kind of have done that with every character, so it's not like I'm... Even my wife I've kind of done that with. Oh, no. Don't eat the daffodil, man. Okay, so let's see here. Clint! We're going to get our iridium hoe. Thank you. And, of course, we're going to put in yet another tool to get done and dusted with. And this time, since we can't do the watering can because it's not going to rain tomorrow, we'll do it next time it rains, hopefully. Even though we technically could, because we have the sprinklers, I still just want to wait. We'll do the iridium pan. There you go. So, similar to all the other iridium tools, of course, it turns purple, but it also gets a bit of an extra bonus in something. In this case, it's how many tiles. So you can see we can charge it up, and it will go, look at that. Look at that, 12 tiles you can till in one use of your, I guess you would hold it, but I don't know what you'd exactly call it. But you know what I mean. You can pretty easily till a wide area thanks to that upgrade. Now, that being said, I'm going to head back to the farm. I'm going to double-check my list of items, see if I can procure anything that is a loved item for him. Because I know, if I remember correctly, Kent's pretty picky. So we'll see what I can kind of muster. And I'll see you guys once I have found a gift, and once I also get the Earth Crystal, so we can give that to Pierre, because being able to get him done with friendship and get a mission done would be a good thing. See you guys in just a moment. Okay, so upon double-checking my notes and checking what we had, it was indeed correct to say that Kent is very picky. There are only 2 items he loves, so he's not as picky as our boy Pierre. Oh, I forgot to get the earth crystal. It's fine because I have a topic to talk about with you guys, so it's whatever. He only likes 2 cooked dishes, that being roasted chestnuts, I think, and it was fiddlehead risotto, I think. Both of which are recipes we don't have, and I think only one of them we'd have the actual ingredients for, which would be the roasted chestnuts or whatever. That's the only one we even have, like, the items for. So, that being said, we're kind of fricked when it comes to giving him items that we normally love. However, if you recall a while ago, we actually got 2 of them. Stardew Tea, a very special gift that would delight somebody. I haven't given these yet. These are new to this update, and I feel like I might as well talk about it, just in case, again, you're like me and you're newer to this update. Or you just, something you may not have known. We're going to try giving this to Clint. Now, or Clint, what? Kent. Sorry, their names are kind of similar. I think he should be inside because it's raining. He shouldn't... Oh. Oh. Okay, whoa. Oh, hi, Ryan. I was just about to have a snack. I don't think this is a heart scene. I don't think. Here, let me get something for you. At least I don't think it is. I think this is just a normal, like, cutscene that you get with friendship. What the frick did you... Oh no, what a mess. Okay, wait, were you trying to give me, like, a raw egg to eat? Or was that, like, supposed to be a, what was that sound? Or was it supposed to be a, hard-boiled egg? But I feel like a hard-boiled egg wouldn't have broken like that. I mean, I don't know what he was doing, whatever. It's absolutely terrible. What happened? Tell her, Ryan. Sam dropped the snack. He was handing it to me. Sam handed me the snack, and then I dropped it. Sam dropped it on purpose. He thought it'd be funny. Sam dropped the snack as he was handing it to me. He's right. That's what happened. Thanks for telling me the truth, Ryan. It's not such a big deal. I'm sorry about this, Mom. I'll clean it up. Thanks, honey. Honesty's the best policy. See, look at that. Imagine saying that he dropped it on purpose. Did you wipe your boots off before coming in? Yeah, freaking whatever. I need to be giving people gifts. But yeah, what if we try giving him this? You'll see a different thing. There is a little, musical note. You remember my birthday, thank you, this is great. And you can see we went up to 5 hearts. You friends with my son? Probably know him better than I do. Interestingly enough, if we look at our boy Kent, he should be lower down, but still fairly decent, yeah. So we gave him a gift, if you recall, but if you remember, it's Thursday, and we definitely gave him a gift already. That is because the Stardew Tea does not count as a gift, similar to how a gift would normally count for their birthday. For example, as you can see there, I also gave him a daffodil, something he just likes, I believe, so it's not neutral, so it's a like item, so it's still not bad. A birthday gift, that's very kind of you, I love it. So we went from, 3 hearts to 7 in one day with our boy Kent. Now, granted, as I mentioned, the Stardew Tea is a very valuable item. It's not something you're going to be getting a ton of. But if you are really struggling to, work on somebody's friendship, or you really want to get somebody caught up with the rest, consider using some of that tea on characters like Kent, who, move in a little bit later. That being said, it's funny, because Kent's actually one that we're doing better on than, half the villagers that have been here this entire time. Sebastian just needs 1 heart, Gus needs a few, Abigail, yeah, I need to be giving gifts. By, next episode, I'm definitely going to be putting a list together, the ones who I need to be focusing on the most. Speaking of, I did put a list together of the ingredients I need, but I'm not really going to be too, concerned with that until, our first batch of ingredients are done, of, crops or whatever. Just because I can use that kind of as a, I guess I don't know what the word is, but kind of I can work off that. Also, you can see me hiding behind the bush there. I think the tree is normally supposed to hide your character. The one on the left that I chopped down, so it doesn't look like we're just stalking Abigail, but since I chopped it down, you can just see our person standing behind a bush watching Abigail play her flute. Also, what was that sound effect? That was poorly timed for the game. To play it during this, really nice little cutscene. Ryan, are you out here in the rain? Just doing some work, enjoying the weather? Could I ask you the same question? Just enjoying the weather. Yeah, I guess you would be one to appreciate this somber atmosphere. I came here to spend some time alone, so I should probably leave then. Okay, never mind, I guess I'm just gonna stand here. But I don't mind your company. Okay, good, because my person doesn't seem at all motivated to leave. You're getting soaked. Come stand under the tree. It's funny, because they chopped the tree down, so it's just a little sapling. But there's supposed to be a fully grown tree there. It kind of ruins the cutscene, but it's hilarious. It's impossible to describe this feeling, watching the curtains of rain whisper above a silent lake. Where did I pull that out of? Hold up. Hey, a mini harp. You're full of surprises, right? I'm impressed. Isn't that a lyre? A mini harp? I'm not sure. I guess they're probably different. I don't really know too much about the specifications of music. Yeah, but where did we get that? For this cutscene, we just spawned. This cutscene's so weird. Like, it's a sweet little cutscene. Like, it's a heart scene. I believe this is heart scene for 6 hearts with Abigail. But it's kind of random when it's just like, oh yeah, stand on the tree, and the tree's chopped down. Which isn't the game's fault, it's my fault. But then the harp coming out of nowhere and stuff. Like, I don't know, man. Would have made more sense if she brought the harp with her and then we were just like, oh yeah, we can play that. And be like, okay, well, you know, I guess our character can play that. Whatever. I'm nitpicking too much and looking probably far too much into a cutscene that really has no reason to, you know, be looked into that much. But yeah, the little heart scene with Abigail. Again, I think that's 6 hearts, I believe. So we're not doing terrible. It's kind of fun that we got a few heart scenes. Hello, Robin. I'd actually like to construct a farm building. I'm going to build yet another fish pond. You could probably already guess what's going to happen with these. Now, I think we're running out of room where I'm putting them over here. But don't worry, I'm actually planning on moving even these two somewhere else. That area's going to be used for something else. I'm planning on moving them down here-ish somewhere. I don't fully know where yet, so I'll just kind of place it somewhere for now, temporarily. Do I want to put it there? You know what, let's just put it against... Again, because you can always move things for free, so I'm not really too concerned with how things are placed currently. I just want to make sure that they're eventually put in a better spot. And oh, the furniture catalog would be so nice, because then I could actually make my house look nice. I mean, I know it's not... Priority shouldn't be just to make my house look nice, but it would go a long way, and whatever. Oh, Sebastian's not here. Oh, I guess it is raining. I think he goes down to the beach. Okay. So we've done that. Those are the 2 major things I wanted to get done today. I need to go give Pierre this earth crystal. And after that, I think it's time for me to actually do my chores. Finally, with the animals and stuff. But again, I don't really know if that's worth watching. So unless something comes up, I'll probably see you guys later tonight. Either way, I'll see you guys in just a moment. Okay, so I came inside the house to work on something that I actually was going to talk about and once we came back. But I actually got a cutscene with our wife, which may seem like nonchalant, but that's actually very exciting, because if you recall, at this point, we haven't, ever since we got married, we really haven't had too many cutscenes with her. Welcome home, honey. How was your day? It was fine, not good. It was fantastic. You know what? It was fantastic. It was lovely. That's great. I'm glad you enjoy your work so much. Happy you're home. Aw. Aw, a little hug. I mean, I think it's the same animation as a kiss, but it always looks more like a hug to me, which I think is almost more wholesome. Oh, you smell like the outdoors. It's nice. Oh, wow, that was kind of cursed. A Penny facing forward. Just because you're so used to her normal portrait. You know, I really appreciate the hard work you do for the family. So it's important to me that you come home, the house is nice and cozy and everything's in order. I feel so bad for Penny. The house she has to keep, like, going looks like the Winchester house. Like, it's so cursed. Like, I have the row of plants in here and whatever. It just looks so bad. I'm sorry, Penny. One day I'll make the house look good, I promise. So I was thinking, I'd like to redecorate the bedroom with some of my own handmade decor. But first I have to ask you, what style do you prefer? Forest and Moon, Peaceful Blue, Strawberry Home, Pirate Theme. I don't want any changes. This is very interesting, to say the least, and I'll kind of talk about it once the cutscene's fully completed. But me personally, I like the Forest and Moon, Peaceful Blue. Just something about it. Like, you know, bedroom needs to be peaceful or whatever. Ah, something soothing. Okay, just give me a few days then. I won't touch any of your chests, but it would be nice if you could move them out of the bedroom. Ooh, the popovers are ready. Pop-Tarts? Ooh! I'm guessing Pop-Tarts. I have no idea if that's actually what it is. Aww. Oh, it looks like a strange bun. Get our energy filled up. Aw. Yeah, the cutscene's super cute. But, yeah, I feel so bad for Penny, because she has to look at her, just like, oh, this ugly plant collection. But yeah, so Penny wants to work on our room. You don't have to, but me personally, I'm just going to remove all the stuff that we have in there. It's not too big of a deal just to move this stuff out, and eventually we can put it back in, like, proper spots and whatever. Just for now, we'll move out of the way so she can work in there. You don't have to, because again, there is a thing that'll happen if there's, like, stuff in the way. But I just want to move out of the way just to be safe. But yeah, that's a really cute cutscene. I'm glad that we got to see that. Anyway, once again, I'll see you guys later tonight once I finish what I was working on. See you in just a moment. The day comes to a close with a preview of work that should have been done a day before, but actually got halted thanks to the completion of the community center. And both actions came up on the same day, which is why that was delayed. So don't worry, it's not like our, in case you were wondering what happened, it's not like our resources were completely thrown away, but Yeah, it's still weird to me that for some reason the aged roe counts as fishing and then the caviar counts as like a farm product. I don't know if that's just me who finds that weird, but you know, it's whatever. And again, you can see our aged crimson roe fish being worth 2,000 each is really nice. Almost weigh 20,000 gold in a single day. Very exciting. But we're going to see what this day has to offer for us. Hopefully, maybe that sign of him working on the bow has something to do with it. Of course, Penny hasn't worked on it. You can see the house changed a little bit. It's not permanent. A lot of the stuff's been just moved around until Penny finishes her heart scene stuff. But there's some stuff in here that's going to be for a while. Ooh, storm's approaching tomorrow. That is actually very exciting. Because that means we don't have to water anything. Spirits are annoyed, but that works for today. It means we can clear our schedule to check out what's going on over there. You can see I have some pots in here. I crafted a few more of the garden pots because they're pretty cheap. And I put refining soil, which is also fairly cheap. Where's it at? Quality refining soil. You can see I crafted 6. Because they come in bundles of 2 and I only need 5. But, you know, basic arithmetic, who cares? So I put that in there. Hopefully we want to water them. We don't have the seeds I want to put in there yet, but I just wanted to prepare it so that way it's ready. I have to go to town today. Oh, okay. I love you. Oh, God. Sorry about that. Okay, so now that we've done that... Oh, actually, no, I'll do that later, whatever. So I put that 1 keg in a different spot, but who cares? New day, which means more stuff to accomplish. What are we working on here? Picked up this recipe overseas. Enjoy. Want to say thanks for making me feel welcome. Kent. Crispy Bass. Aw, thank you, man. Greetings from Calico Desert. Come visit sometime soon. I get really bored out here, funny face. I've included a gift from the desert. You can come and thank me in person. Okay, next time we come, I'll try to give her a gift. Good news, you'll boat seaward again. Thanks to you, stop at the back room when you want to ride. My shop is now open 8 a.m. every day, so you can get on an early start. Yes, so not only does this now open up something entirely new, as you could probably guess from him saying that, also Robin's working on down there, but now he actually opens earlier in the day, which is probably even more valuable, actually, to a degree. To a degree. Okay, so now that we've done that, have I sold the cactus fruit before? I hope I have, because I actually really want to keep... Okay, I have, good. So I want to keep these, because they're actually really valuable healing items, even in late games. I do have health is not bad. Our first harvest of our carrots. I actually don't know how many of these we need. I'm just not going to sell them because they're carrots to begin with. I mean, they're not, like, good to be sold even normally. I think our garlic is done. Our first harvest of garlic ever. We're going to have to, of course, sell at least 15. But we're going to want to make sure we get more back. Wait, did I only get 14 from that? 9, wait... I only have 14. Wait. Whoa. I thought I bought at least 15 of each crop. Oh, no, it's down. They were just spread out. Okay. I'm an idiot. Okay. So, here's the plan. So, today we're going to... I'm going to come up here, of course, grab the iridium ore, because I don't want that to go to waste. But what I'm going to do is we're going to make sure we have sold at least 15 of each crop. So, starting off carrot... I know this is boring to watch, but I just want to show it as an example this one time, and then going forward, I can cut it out. So, over here, we have shipped 1 carrot, so I need to ship a total of 14 more. So, there's 11, 9, 10... Oh, wait, what? 12, 13, 14... there we go. There you go, 14. That should be enough. 12, 13, 14. That's a do about. Now we have 4 extra, and well, any more we can, of course, keep. Parsnips, have I sold 15 of those before? I've shipped 44, okay, so we don't have to keep, so we can keep these parsnips for cooking, which is good. That should be more than enough parsnips. Garlic, of course, I haven't even sold 1 before, I believe. Yeah, it's right here. So, we have 13 here, 14, 15. And then that leaves us with a bit more garlic left. We could go buy more seeds and plant them if we need it. I'm actually gonna... I keep saying and I really need to stop that. I'm gonna buy, what the frick? Build another big chest, and this one's gonna be specifically for cooking ingredients. And I'm gonna put this one right up here next to this. And for cooking, since I hate it, I'm gonna do the darkest red I possibly can, even though it may not fit for food. I hate the fact that cooking in this game... Never mind, it's a rant I don't need to get into by any means again. Okay, so I'm done that. Do I have any more crops I really want to plant? That's like immediately. I could plant spring seeds, but those are kind of Those are kind of could plant the mixed flowered seeds, but I really don't think I need any spring flowers in particular quite away. Okay, you know what we're going to do? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do the daily chores of the animals, and then I'm going to meet you guys at Pierre's. Oh, ancient root, nice. Actually, no, I'm going to wait to harvest that until it's caught up with everything else, just that way it's kind of all the same cycle, if that makes sense. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the daily chores with the animals. I'm then going to check at the traveling merchant. If something's interesting, I'll, of course, cut to that. Otherwise, I'll see you guys at Pierre's, where we'll discuss what we want to purchase in terms of crops. See you guys in just a moment. Well, I did say I'd cut back if I found something interesting, and I guess it's something interesting. Something you may have remembered if we look at the fact that the last few days, Joja has been, completely gone, meaning you can no longer shop there, or anyone schedule who worked around, actually worked there or went there. They no longer do, because of course it shut down. That also means you can't buy from them. Now, this isn't that big of a deal, because for the most part, there wasn't really anything specifically from them you'd want. However, there was the Joja Furniture Catalog, and as you can see, that will make its rounds into, as you can see, the Traveling Merchant. So, pretty expensive. I'm not going to buy it right now, but that will be something that eventually we will want to purchase. But I think that's worth noting. I'm going to buy the Rare Seed and just start stocking those up, just so we can maybe do some fun stuff with them over the winter free time, if that makes sense. So, I'm excited to see that, and there you go. I just want to show that in case you were curious and actually remembered the Joja catalog, and were like, oh, what happens to that if you don't keep Joja in town or whatever. So there you go. You don't lose out on it forever, thankfully. So here we've met to Pierre's, as you can see. Gonna give him a daffodil, just so I can get some friendship with him. I should have probably given that to Abigail, but whatever. And of course, it's time for us to purchase more crops. Now, when it comes to these particular items, I'm gonna get a total of 10 more garlic, just to be sure we have a decent chunk of it. And from there, I'm pretty confident we'll reach the selling point of the rest of these for the most part, except for maybe the flowers, but I really don't want to grow more flowers. So instead, I'm going to buy 10 kale, and then I'm going to buy, let's say, 10 parsnips, 10 potatoes. I don't even know if that'll fully fill up our area we currently have, but I don't really want to overindulge in crops right now when I'm trying to save up for cooking. Unfortunately, that's one of the things I dislike most with cooking. Whatever. But it occurred to me, before we head over to our boy, Willy, why don't we check out what's going on over here at Jojamar? If you recall, during the last lightning storm, lightning struck the wooden door here, and now it's open. We can actually enter. And, well, it's about as decrepit as you may have thought it to be, but may have just saw it right there. There's something up here. Abandoned Jojamart. Question mark, question mark, question mark. The missing bundle. Here you will find what is probably considered to many the hardest baseline bundle in the entire game. What are the items that are required? A silver wine, something we have no way of obtaining right now. Dinosaur mayonnaise, something we know that exists and have sold, but definitely not fun to get. Prismatic shard, already mentioned how rare these are. Definitely want to keep in mind that you want to collect a few of these afterwards. Caviar, that's fairly easy to get, so long as you have a sturgeon pond like I do. Void salmon, a fish we haven't even seen yet, but it has to be at gold quality. And 5 gold star ancient fruit. Now, in case you haven't noticed, you indeed only need 5 out of these 6 items, meaning one of these you could completely neglect. The first 3 are going to be the easiest. The dinosaur mayonnaise, prismatic shard, and caviar. These 2 are easily, it's hard saying that with prismatic shard, but it's most likely going to be the easiest if you've been playing in a similar vein to how I have. Void salmon is pretty close to that, but since we haven't even found one yet, I don't want to give you false information in saying it. These 4 are going to be the ones that we're going to go with. 4 of them. As for the last one, it'll kind of be a toss-up at what we get done first. But once you've checked this out for the first time, it now appears here in its own community center tab, even though it's not part of the community center. Very interesting and mysterious. Definitely something to keep in mind as we move forward. Just, as we move forward, because now we're going to get excited as we're going to head into something new. See you guys down there in just a moment. If we head to the back room, you'll see that the ship has now been fully repaired. Go over to the ticket system, the one that's similar to the bus, and you'll see it's 1,000 gold for a ticket. More expensive than it is to head over to this desert, but maybe it'll be worth it because we're sailing across the entire nation. Let's check out what our hard-earned efforts, and even though they're the ones who actually did the repairing, let's see what they'll lead us to. She looks good as new. Indeed she does. You and Robin did a very good job on this, Willy. A distant shore, a new achievement has been accomplished, and wow. That was an exciting way to come back, and I can't pan for that because I don't have my panning tool. Don't worry, we'll have that tomorrow. Let's check where this new achievement's at. Where's it at? Distant shore, here it is. Reach Ginger Island, so we know the name of it, and we can even check the map. We are in an entirely new area of the game. As I mentioned, this game is much bigger than you may think at just a glance. Let's check out what's going on over here. Like a ruined beach. Seems to be a lot of... Whoa. That was a little disconcerting. Ooh, so we got Omni Geode, which is something we know of. We also got a taro tuber. Plant these in warm weather, takes 10 days to grow to mature. Grows faster if planted near a body of water. Interesting. Let's try to check out where that one person, I think, went. Didn't really make a person sound, but it certainly looked like one. We can find an area full of fibers, and we can find something a little odd. If we shake this bush that has this weird item on it, a golden walnut. You received a golden walnut. Whatever this item is, you can see it has its own little counter there. And if you can't find it in your inventory, that's because it counts as a wallet item. As you can see, we have one of those things on us. Don't really know what they do, but hey, I guess it can't hurt to have one on us, I guess. Bunch of weird stuff around here, but nothing we can actually really interact with, even if you tried to. What's up here? Definitely looks man-made. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Auk? Walnut. Auk? Give? I mean, sure, I have no use for it, I don't think. Just kind of found it outside your house. So I don't know why you wouldn't have grabbed it yourself, but whatever. The boy looks at you with curious eyes. He seems to have a close bond with the parrots, but he's too shy to approach you right now. Perhaps making friends with the parrots could earn his trust? Well, I guess we have a new goal to reach. We need to try to befriend the parrots to figure out just who this little boy is. What the frick did you just say to me? 5 nutty stones in Fire Mountain. Whatever. Okay. So, we've now at least kind of met somebody new, but we have a whole new area to explore, and, well, I'm excited to get to it all. What do we have here? Oh, tent kit. Find these little boxes sometimes scattered around and give you some items. As you know, tent kits are very valuable. Thankfully, for the most part... Ooh, what did we just get? A mummified frog. Kind of dark. This ancient frog may have lived in the jungle canopy. Again, a little dark, but okay. I guess to be fair, we found bones and other stuff in this game, and there's been that whole quest that has suicide with it. And what the frick is that? What it... That looks like a Paper Mario enemy. Oh, there's a turtle over here. Doesn't interact. Rock, 10 walnuts, wake turtle. If you couldn't tell what the theme is going to be, it's going to be us trying to explore this island, but it's not going to be as easy as you may think. One thing I want to start with, this music rocks. I love this part of the soundtrack. 2, there are a lot of golden walnuts. I'm not going to spoil how many there are, but you need to get all of them, and we're going to try to get all of them. Starting off, once you head up here to the north, check out these little areas with rings, and you can use your hoe to till in the middle of them and find a gold walnut, as you can kind of see there. There's some other stuff to check around here too. You can see there's another one right here. Always, just in general, check areas that seem a little suspicious, and you'll find there tends to be stuff in there. Chopping down these trees can get us coconuts, similar to the ones in the desert, which makes sense because you have coconuts in the tropical trees and all that. Hardwood, stuff like that. You can find some really cool items in these trees, rarely, admittedly, but we want to check them anyway, just because you never know what you might find. Continuing on, if we go over to the left, you may notice this little area over here that you can actually walk into, despite it being kind of obscure and hidden. You can then find another gold walnut hidden in a bush. Again, just shake it. Eventually, I plan on kind of accumulating all of the golden walnuts into one video, where I show you where all the locations are, based on like the footage I get from this. But again, that'll be something closer to the end of the series. So for now, if you're really interested, just kind of watch along, and I'll try to take note of them whenever we can find them. There are some that are very much just based on location and very little else, and there are some that are a lot more obscure. Speaking of obscure, this one right here, you can kind of see that it looks a little weird. It looks a little less weird than the ones with the rings, but it's a little noticeable as long as you're paying attention and you play this game long enough to notice small differences like that. An area over there we can't get to. It appears to be a tent over here. Nothing, another thing man-made, but doesn't appear to be much in here. Yeah, nothing we can interact with, even though I'm spamming the A button, trust me. I am trying, trust me. Let's head up here, and we can find, well, appears to be a whole new area to explore as well. A lot to see. Another area is right up here. You can see there's one little tile there. More areas over here, as you can kind of tell. There's even an area back here, actually, but if you try to interact with it, it doesn't seem like you can till anything, or anything of the sort. I said anything a lot, and I really need to stop that. More trees to chop down if you want to. You can find a gold walnut hidden behind that tree there, as you can see. It's not really hidden, it's just you can't really see it too well. But I mean, I guess that classifies as hidden. Another hidden one's over here, you can kind of see it there, and there's another one even down there, but we can't actually reach those currently. So we'll want to keep an eye on that. If we go up to the very top of the left, you'll see yet another hidden spot where a gold walnut lies, and you'll find this guy. Rock money, rock, find gold walnuts! For 1,220,000 gold, this guy will help you in finding walnuts. Now, what do I mean by helping? Well, I'll get to that at a later point. But it has the little Joja symbol on it. If you couldn't tell, maybe that bird was hired by Jojo, or maybe he works for Jojo. Either way, he is going to be wanting money. Money I'm not going to be willing to give him. Things have taken a serious turn out of nowhere. Starting off, you'll get a hint from that little water pipe there that you can actually use your watering can on these lava tiles to turn them into walkable, well, spots. Tiles, if you will. You can actually see there's a bunch of areas even over here to explore, though it can be a little annoying to try to travel along. Thankfully, if you have an upgraded watering can, you can expedite the process. So there's nothing really over here, just leads to what appears to be a dead end. What if we check out the other side? Maybe worth seeing if there's, you know, something exciting going on. Again, this is another reason why upgrading the watering can can actually be useful even with the sprinklers, because, well, you can more easily traverse areas like this. Again, kind of a giant shift in the game, I know. It's like just last episode, it was like a lot more like, we're just gonna, you know, need to cook some recipes to complete the game. We're gonna complete our communities, and now we're on an island, and it's a little more terrifying. We can go over here, and you can find this little area down here. This will lead you back outside the mountain into a spot that has 2 golden walnuts. Very nice if you know where that's at, because, again, 2 gold walnuts this early on, especially with how much stuff is going to require them, and as I kind of implied, there's a lot of them out there. Being able to get a few fairly easily like that, hey, we'll take what we can get. Heading forward, we can find a new type of enemy. Well, multiple new types of enemies. First one is a new type of slime. You can see it appears to have tiger stripes on it. It is the strongest slime by far. The next enemy are these little things that kind of look like the blargs from Lethal Lava Land, if for those of you, or not Lethal Lava Land, from Mario World. They were supposed to be in Lethal Lava Land, but they weren't there. They can be really annoying because if they are out in the water, the only way to hit them is with a slingshot, which if you know me, I hate using the slingshot in this game. Ooh, and that right there, a journal scrap. That's something interesting. You also got a diamond from one of them too, that's kind of funny. Let's see what this has to say. Day 1, my ship is lost. Shattered by a tempest in the unforgiving sea. I find myself stranded on now on strange shores. My crew has perished, but I still live. Perhaps Lady Luck has blessed these wicked bones of mine. Or has her own new designs for my fate. At any rate, I have no choice but to make life for myself here. There's fresh water in abundance, food and forage, and fertile soil to work. First, I'll build a shelter. There are some pages missing. If we go to our collections tab, you may think, oh, that must be the last secret note we're missing. Once you have found your first secret note, it will reveal that there are still much more out there for us to collect. We'll want to keep an eye out, and similar to the other secret notes, you can find them pretty much by just doing anything in terms of like fighting enemies, breaking rocks. There's a lot of different methods in which you can find them. Come on, come up. I want to. There we go. Dropping bone fragments, something super useful, but maybe they can drop something really good. We also got more taro root, or taro tuber, or whatever. Yeah, that thing's called. So maybe we can make some use for those at some point. Heading in here, if you look at the top left, it is technically a new type of mine. As weird as that sounds and crazy, yep, something even harder than the skull mine. That enemy right there, I don't remember what it's called, but once you defeat it, it'll go into its helmet and it will blow up and hit you really hard. Drop pineapple seeds, though. Plant these in warm weather, takes 14 days to mature, and keeps producing fruit after that. Very interesting. The music's intense, and that's to match it. This is what I would consider to be the peak of difficulty for new players. Now, Skull Cavern used to be that, but considering now the game has added so many more things to make the whole adventuring and whatnot easier on the player, this is something that even with those new tools can be very difficult. Got a new item there, Cinder Shard. You can feel a warm glow from within this stone. You can hear how funky the music is. It reminds me of Earthbound soundtrack a little bit, or like something from there. Got another diamond, wow. Bunch of items here. You can find multiple different types of rocks that will drop the same types of ores that we can find before. You can see there's ones that have iron, the one right next to that's copper, and the one right up there you'll see is gold. Interestingly enough, compared to normal mines though, this one is not about breaking rocks and finding a ladder. Instead, it is about making it to an end spot. What is that end spot? Well, for the sake of just showing you for the first time, you can again do this here as well. We're going to take a screenshot, a little break immersion, I guess, by going out into my Switch menu, and you'll see what the full floor looks like. Kind of get a glance at a lot of stuff, but you'll see right above us is a little, I guess, entrance to another part of the cave. That will lead you to the next quote-unquote floor. Also, we got a new thing, ginger. The sharp, spicy root is said to increase vitality, 25 energy, and 11 health. Very interesting. Getting a lot of interesting items, huh? And our inventory's full, which is never a good sign. So I guess we'll just keep moving forward. Yeah, trying to avoid these guys, because these guys hit hard. If you think, as I mentioned, that the Skull Cavern can be unforgiving in terms of how much damage you'll take, this area is ridiculous in comparison. Like, these guys, even like just attacking them normally is hard to try to get or gauge. There we just got a gold walnut from taking out one of the fire enemies. That is not a guarantee. That is one of the, and these are the worst ones, I wouldn't say few, but there's a decent chunk of golden walnuts that come purely from RNG. They are not guaranteed for you to get them. You can get them, as I said, from fighting certain enemies. You can see we got lucky enough to get one there. But you can also get them from, you may have guessed, breaking some of these rocks here. So that's a reason to break some of these rocks, even if you don't want the items they drop. Here's a different type of new ore node that will drop cinder shards, whatever those are useful for. Maybe we can do something with them at some point. In case you're curious, this mine also does work off luck in-game, so if you have better luck, you may want to come in here and try to do some stuff in here. Nothing there, just wanted to see if I could till something up. Next area, I have a bunch of weird background stuff. Again, these slimes here, they have the tiger patterns. They're called tiger slimes. They are definitely stronger in terms of raw damage output, and I think HP slightly. But outside of like that, there's nothing more unique about them. Me personally, some of my least favorite enemies are the fire guys here and the ones who are in the lava who spit out fire. As you can see there, if you just were taking a look, it does have limited range with how far it can shoot, thankfully, and that's going to be your only blessing you get from them. Otherwise, they are very annoying to work with because having to avoid enemies like that can be not very fun. Now, it is getting late, and we did not bring a warp totem, mostly because I actually forgot to, and also if I would have brought the warp totem, I was kind of afraid it would kind of break the immersion of like, oh, I wonder where we're going, and it would kind of spoil there's going to be a whole new area. But yeah, getting back to town and back home in time from this area can be a real challenge if you're not prepared and if you don't have forest totems, hence why I recommend saving those up. Over here we have a chest. These are also RNG based. That one dropped a gold walnut, and as I said, that's RNG based as well, and we got more pineapple seeds. I know I have to ramble a lot because there's just so much new stuff, but eventually at some point it'll become, oh frick, okay. We need to, I could eat the ginger, 25 HP, frick, we have like nothing for energy. The problem was, again, I come here for the first time. I didn't really want to spoil my brain, like, oh, I'm going to prepare to go to the mines with a bunch of good luck items and food. But now, after today, we can go forward doing that. Something really cool you may have just seen up here, there is iridium here. Now, it is rare, like, even rarer than it is in the Skull Cavern, because in the Skull Cavern, it's guaranteed after you go deep enough. Here, it's just random chance. But it is something to take note of. You can actually find. Also, there is something very interesting I guess I should have pointed out. The helmet guys actually charge you once they're low on HP. To try to do damage, so be very careful. If you can tell, we're not going to make it back in time, so we're going to have to let ourselves pass out here, but that's fine. I just kind of want to show as much as I can in this general time frame that we're here. Go away, please. Okay, you know, new goal. Don't get murdered before we pass out. If we pass out, we lose less than if we got completely murdered, so we're going to do our best. There we go. Keep going over here. I didn't know if I actually had to break that or not, but that's whatever. We got it out of the way. It's what matters. And up here, and it seems to be another floor that we're barely going to be able to explore before we, pass out. Out of exhaustion. 83,000 gold, so we're probably going to lose at least 1,000 at minimum. I don't know how much more than that we're going to lose. Made a little bit of money, not much. Mostly it's because the carrots aren't worth much, and neither is garlic. These are not things that you're going to be selling much in endgame. It's mostly just for the achievement, or if you want to be cooking certain ingredients or getting certain crafting recipes, then they can be worth having. Our iridium pan is done, and, well, I think we're going to call it now. Only 2 days is a very short amount in one episode, but there was a lot to talk about and a lot to see, and as I mentioned, I want to keep these ones where new stuff's coming just a little bit more, I wouldn't say civilized, but a little bit more confined. Don't worry, though. Things are going to start picking up real quick, and we're going to be accomplishing even more as time goes on. Next time, we'll return to Ginger Island, try to figure out what that new cave system was that we saw. Maybe try to see if we can get our iridium pan and, start working on some more of our iridium tools. Plant a few more things and, well, hopefully figure out just what was with that weird kid that seems to talk to the parrots. I say weird, but I didn't say it to be mean to him. I was just saying it's odd because he talks to parrots. You know what I mean. I hope to see you all there.